Asatru, A Native European Spirituality by Stephen McNarlin. Chapter 13, Values, Virtues and Ethics. If, as we saw in the last chapter, we have free will and therefore have responsibility for our actions, how shall we choose to live our lives? What guidelines, what set of rules are we to follow? Asatru has no equivalent to the 10 Commandments. Unlike Jehovah, Odin didn't appear on a mountaintop with a list of thou shalt nots carved in stone. Does this mean we are not bound by moral laws, free to act on any whim that pleases us? It's amazing how many people believe that. Almost everyone who thinks of pre-Christian religion at all assumes that its followers were hedonists, libertines, men and women who follow no moral code. The reality, of course, is nothing of the sort. The difference is one of mindset. Christianity, Judaism, and Islam believe men and women need a precise list of rules, usually framed in a negative sense. Thou shalt not do certain things. Asatru sees it differently and teaches adherence to principles originating in the customs of the tribe and nation, where people have evolved effective ways of relating to each other over thousands of years. There is no 10 Commandments in our faith, but the sagas, heroic epics, and Epic poems offer hundreds of examples of idealized behavior. Nevertheless, several attempts have been made in modern times to condense Asatru's rules for living into a compact set. In the old days, this wasn't necessary, because everyone was immersed in the traditional culture. Tales of the gods and goddesses, of heroes and villains were told around the hearth and the campfire. The old wisdom was everywhere. Today, this supporting matrix has been largely demolished, and a simple statement of morality can play a useful role. We expect to get our information in a quick and condensed form, and few of us will thumb through the sagas to find just the right episode to use as a reference. At least 3 lists of moral or behavioural principles have been involved in modern Asatru. The 9 Noble Virtues. The 9 Noble Virtues were formulated in the early 1970s by the Committee for the Restoration of the Odinic Rite, later simply known as the Odinic Rite. 2 or 3 versions have appeared over the years, but the original list is given below. The comments after each virtue are my own. Courage. Without moral and physical courage to defend the right, the other virtues would be overwhelmed. Truth. Truth is the pole star, our guiding light, our unwavering recognition of the universe as it is. Honour. It is good to strive for glory, acclaim, and the reputation that comes from great deeds. Fidelity. The fulfilment of duties to friends, kin, and the holy powers is the very heart of Germanic morality. Discipline. If we cannot command ourselves, we cannot command our lives, and still less can we command others. Hospitality. The open-handed and the hospitable lead the best lives, while the miserly and mean suffer from their closed hearts. Industriousness. The happiest people are busily engaged in constructive work in harmony with their inner needs. Self-reliance. Each of us should accept the aid of family and friends when needed, but likewise, each must do his or her share and avoid being a burden on others. Perseverance. Often life's victories are won by stubborn refusal to give up. We are only beaten when we quit trying. The Noble Values. In the early 1980s, seeking a better balance, I composed the Noble Values. They are meant to be not so much virtues in the sense of single words designating an abstract moral quality, as values or statements about the choices we believe to be true. Strength is better than weakness. Courage is better than cowardness. Joy is better than guilt. Honour is better than dishonour. Freedom is better than slavery. Kinship is better than loneliness. Truth is better than dogma. Vigour is better than lethargy. Ancestry is better than rootlessness. The Noble Values remain an official statement of the Asatru Folk Assembly today. The 12 Thriws. A more recent attempt to define right behaviour in Germanic religion is the list of Thriws, roughly tribal customs, presented in 1998 by Eric Wodening in his manuscript We Are Our Deeds, The Elder Heathenry is Ethics and Through. I have used modern English terms instead of the Old English of his original, and the explanatory sentences are my own interpretations. Industriousness. Be productively engaged in life. Avoid laziness. Strive to accomplish good things. Justice. Let fairness be your hallmark. Treat others in accordance with what they deserve and give each person a chance to show his or her best. Courage. Fear is natural, but it can be overcome. Train yourself to do the things you fear, both physically and morally. Generosity. An open hand and an open heart bring happiness to you and to others. The miserly are miserable. Hospitality. Travellers should be greeted with food, drink, and a warm place by the fire. See that your guests never want. Moderation. Enjoy all things, but do not overindulge. No one admires a glutton or a person whose appetites are out of control. Community. Cooperate with kin and friends, do your fair share, and fulfill your responsibilities. Remember that the community includes not just the living, but all the ancestors and the descendants as well. Individuality. Although we belong to a community, we are also individuals with distinct personalities and clearly defined rights. Respect the individuality of others and insist on respect in return. Truth. Be honest and straightforward in all your dealings. Avoid deceit and deception. Steadfastness. Learn to persist, to endure in the face of adversity without discouragement. Do not be blown about by every changing wind. Loyalty. Be firm in your commitment to others. Have a true heart. Wisdom. Learn from your experiences. Grow in the understanding of the world and of the human heart. Comprehend as much of the universe as you can in the years available to you. There is a lot of overlap between the 9 noble virtues, the 9 values, and the 12 Thriws. All express a common spirit distilled from the Eddas, the sagas, and the history of the Germanic people. We are to live lives of nobility and worth, and in doing so, we serve the very purpose of life. The Asatru Folk Assembly Statement of Ethics. The Statement of Ethics was composed by the Clergy Board of the Asatru Folk Assembly as a complement to the organisation's Declaration of Purpose. In many ways, it integrates the spirit, if not the fine print, of the 3 lists of values and virtues given above. We believe that members of the Asatru community should be guided by the following principles. 1. The Asia and Vanir principle. We believe in and honour the gods and goddesses of our Germanic ancestors, the Asia and Vanir. We believe that they hold special value for us. We seek their good fortune, and we work to develop and maintain mutually beneficial relationships with them. We honour the Asia with our dedication and spirituality. We honour the Vanir with our deep respect and dedication to preserving and protecting Midgard. We believe that through ritual, dedication, generosity, honour, and hard work, our lives and consciousness will be touched by the holy powers. 2. The folk community principle. A community based in ancestry and common culture is a better society in which to live. We in Asatru hold that our ethnic culture is vital and worthy of protection and promotion. We believe that we each have a personal responsibility to consider the folk good and to assume a personal role in promoting and protecting it. We believe that each of us must work to keep our heritage alive. For the community, we must A. Work to make justice and law rule among our folk. B. Express goodwill towards and cooperation with members of the community. C. Work for a better tomorrow. We believe that we have an obligation to create a better future for our folk and to shape a brighter future for our children. D. Give back to the community that has given to us. 3. The ancestry principle. We are a community united by descent from common ancestry. We value this unique heritage and seek to maintain a vibrant connection with our ancestors. We each should strive to know about our ancestry and to commit to that which defines our common folk community. 4. The family principle. Healthy families are the cornerstone of folk society, and its strength and prosperity is derived from them. We in Asatru support strong, healthy family relationships. We want our children to grow up to be mothers and fathers. We believe that those activities and behaviours supportive of the family should be encouraged, while those activities and behaviours destructive of the family are to be discouraged. 5. The organisation principle. A disorganised community is a weak community. In the world we live today, being disorganised is akin to inviting death. Organise or die. We must build our community and its ability to promote and defend our own interests. The community must be able to focus resources and bring benefits to our members. We are committed to building thriving folk communities, growing leaders, and encouraging cooperation among our folk. The leadership roles of our community should be respected, just as individual rights must be. 6. The personal excellence principle. One should strive to grow in capabilities and wisdom. One should maintain good physical and mental health. One should know right and wrong and how to reason about them. One should be well read, both in the law and in a wide range of subjects that will help one understand and utilise opportunities in Midgard and beyond. One should know how to apply what one knows. We believe that in pursuit of knowledge, the accumulation of wealth, the practice of skill, the building of family, and the leadership of men and women are worthy endeavours. 7. The honour your oaths principle. Living honourably requires fulfilling one's oaths at all costs. Never enter into oaths lightly. Understand the consequences of oaths before making them, and live up to your obligations that result from oath making. 8. The warrior principle. We believe that our members should strive to be ready for the challenge to defend our folk, gods and goddesses, with both cunning and physical skill when needed. We should be prepared to stand against those forces which seek to destroy our gods and folk. 9. The life is good principle. Living, loving, expanding, thriving, and acquiring wealth and prosperity, we should grasp and experience these things in life. One of the things that is important in life is its mystery. In Asatru, we have the ability to, and should strive to, transcend mundane human existence by cultivating our own unique connections and relationships with our gods and goddesses, our ancestors and the spirits of the land, and by studying our culture, our law, the runes, and the mysteries of the 9 worlds. I've shown you a number of options as you strive to put together a set of Asatru values, virtues, and ethics for your life. It may seem a little overwhelming. Certainly it's a lot more complicated than a simple set of 10 commandments supposedly handed to Moses on Mount Sinai. That's the price of freedom. You have to make decisions and exercise your own judgment. The good news is that you have a lot you can choose from while staying within the general framework of our ancestral religion.